The rapture comes at a cost. The price depends on how you've lived up till now. The test: write a 6-word story and enter it into my Twitter competition. It may or may not get read by a human being, but God will see it. Imagine that you are in a court and your life is on the table, and every single aspect of your life can be picked up by God and examined, and you'll be asked about it, about the decisions you made at that time. Can you remember it? Exactly like the delightful Mr. Keith. Yeah, and you're one of those people just who were being interrogated by the delightful Mr. Keith, who was brilliant. That's God. He's got all of your WhatsApps, every single fucking one. You tried to wipe your phone, every single one is on there. Everything you've ever said on social media is there on the table. Now, Mr. Keith's going to pick it up, and he's got the story. He knows the story. He knows your story already. He just wants you to tell the truth. So if you don't tell the truth, he's just going to poke at you until you do. Okay, that is coming. That's coming. That's right now. That could be tomorrow. Who knows when that's coming? So you've got time to prepare to enter this competition. It's free. It's a qualifying question. You must answer it correctly. If you get that question wrong, you've failed. You've failed anyway. And lay out the story exactly as I've laid it out with the meter, and follow that meter, and don't use any of those words. None of those words. New words. Your own words. And put them down, because that's going to be your defence. Now, you're preparing your defence. So Sunak was briefed, for example, to what to say, to answer, how to answer every question that he knew was coming. And so he answers the different questions the same way, and it's a technique. You watch him do it. I saw someone catch him out and said, look, he gave the same answer to 2 different questions on our panel. So you've caught him out in his technique. So Keith will catch you out. Watch. So be ready. So from every moment now until Judgment Day, get that story straight. Can you do it? I know. This is the beautiful thing, right? So how it works was this. I wrote an entry. Pippa gave me an idea, and I wrote an entry that was that. So if you measure a standard, if you like, okay, I'm giving it to you. I wrote the one that's come second, the runner-up. I've written that one, and you can see what it says. And then God amended the syntax and insisted that I use the word love for the winning entry. And so it says revelation. Earth is home, semicolon, love, comma, God, capital G. Okay, so that's the headline that you're getting, and you've got to give an answer that says you understand what he's just told you. And bear in mind, mine was that it came from that revelation. Earth is home, God lives. And what I meant was, God lives in my heart. So that when he asked me that question, that would be my response to him. Now, enter that competition using none of those words. None of those words. You can repeat anybody else's. None of those words can be used in your reply. And God will look at them and decide if it's good enough. And that's going to happen in real life. So make it a good one. If you've been a cunt, your only option is to front it, fess up, and say that you've learned the lesson. Now, this is the thing, and Mr. Cleverly, you can look at this particularly if you want to. Your reply to the MP in the House was so shameful. So I felt for you, pity for you, Cleverly. I said, you're a shithole. Was what he stood on the dispatch box and said. One, he didn't say that. He said, because it's a shithole. Because why would you say you're a shithole? That's a stupid thing to say. It's just stupid. If you're English, you'll understand. That's a stupid. It's like you're saying, go and poo on my pants. Yeah, it means nothing. You just made it up. Yeah, and you didn't get it right. So that's one. He's clearly a liar. Two, he thinks it's appropriate to sit on the benches of the House of Commons and make comments to MPs who are desperately trying to defend poor children. Yeah, make that comment. Because that's what we know what he meant. I knew what he meant. So did you. He doesn't give a fuck. It's your fault, he said. It's your fault you're poor. Yeah? Because you're kind and nice and meek and you want a nice planet. Fuck you, he's saying. You don't get a nice planet. You get to live on a planet where me and these other cunts fucking boss you around. Isn't it great? Look at my cock. Isn't it hard? Hey! Feel that, did you? Okay. Imagine feeling that for all of infinite time, cleverly. Imagine that pain of having a man embrace your cock like that. And when he gets to the bottom of the shaft, he fucking bites it off, spits it out. I'll do that to you. I've sucked cock before. I like it. It's quite pleasant. It's a pleasing, pleasant sensation. It feels nice. Okay? It's really nice and friendly. If you do it with someone you love, it's really nice. Okay? It's just, you know, I found it nice. So I'm no problem putting even one that looks like yours, cleverly, in my mouth. And I'll probably leave it there for a little while before I bit it off. So, if you can get your story straight, you know, you've got a lot to play for. Good luck. The rest of you, there's your standard. Remember, the answer to the question must be correct or you're disqualified. Good luck. Welcome to New Earth.